Incompetent.
Stupid.
Are you retarded?
Slow.
So many people can just lack a sense of compassion.
Lazy.
Deaf.
Anxious.
Teased every single day in school.
Blind?
Scary.
Clumsy.
Deaf?
Childlike.
I'm not normal.
It really sucks to be stared at. You can feel, you know what, like I'm legally blind. I can't see it a lot of times. I can feel it.
Hi, I'm Rick Guidotti. I'm a photographer. I'm also the founder and director of an organization called Positive Exposure. I'm a fashion photographer based in New York City. I also lived in Milan and Paris and London. But one of the things that I always found out, though, that was really so irritating is I was always told who was beautiful. It was so frustrating to work in an industry where somebody was dictating to me who I had to photograph, who was beautiful, what the beauty standard was, and who fit and who didn't fit into that. I it was so frustrating that, and because I'm an artist, I don't see beauty just on covers of magazines. I see beauty everywhere.
A lot of the work originally started just with my wanting to give a voice to the community who's been stereotyped and bullied, misunderstood, and kind of just an answer back to a lot of these ideas about who people are. That's what the piece was originally going to be about, but I ended up turning it more towards just about albinism since I have my own personal issues and life experiences with that topic.
I was walking out of my studio one afternoon and I spotted a kid waiting for the bus at the corner of Park Avenue and 20th, and she didn't have pigmentation in her hair, her skin, or her eyes. She had a condition called albinism that I didn't know very much about. I knew the common term albino, but I didn't know anything else about albinism. So I went to medical textbooks and I saw images of the bright red albinism eye. I'm like, oh, this kid had blue eyes, she didn't have red eyes. And then I saw images of kids in hospital wards and in doctors' offices with black bars across their eyes, or kids in African communities that were being surrounded by tribes pointing spears at them. Every single image I found was negative.
However, I do think that it's very important to touch on the fact that people with physical disabilities are really mistreated a lot of times just because of the way they look, and people are uncomfortable with themselves being around it. If someone has a physical disability, why in the world people, I cannot understand how they think that that's okay just to stare for so long.
Fashion photographer genetic support group will work together and we'll create something really positive and powerful. And they agreed. And it was a fantastic day. I'm so excited. We're going to start this whole project, Positive Exposure. It's going to be incredible. And so I'm ready to start photographing the very first person, and her name is Christine. She walks into my studio, and this kid is gorgeous. She has long white hair, pale skin, beautiful skin, gorgeous. She's about 5'9". She's amazing. But she walks into my studio with her shoulders hunched, her head down, no eye contact, one-word answers. This kid, it was so apparent, had been teased every single day in school because of her difference. And that teasing took its toll on her by taking away all of her self-esteem. This kid had zero self-esteem. It was just so sad to see this, to witness this. I was so upset. I'm thinking, oh, this poor baby is so vulnerable. Out of respect for this gorgeous kid, I'm going to photograph her like I would any supermodel. So the fan went on, the music went on, and I grabbed a mirror that was sitting next to the set, and I held it up to her face, and I said, Christina, look at yourself. You're magnificent. And she looked in the mirror and she saw what I saw, and it was amazing. She saw that gorgeous kid for the first time. And all of a sudden she went from this kid who walked in like this to this. Hands up in the hands on her head in the air. She started bouncing all over the studio. We got billions of gorgeous photographs. At the end of the shoot, she was kissing everybody on both cheeks saying ciao, and it was incredible to see this transformation.
I'd like to use art, I'm going to make art anyway. It's in me. I love doing it. But I feel like I could definitely use it as a communication tool to educate the public about topics like this. And hopefully, maybe give them just a glimpse into the world of what it's like living with a disability.
Seeing the beauty in difference is not looking at inner beauty. This is about, these kids are gorgeous. We're just not allowed to see that beauty because we're told this is where beauty exists, only on the cover of this magazine. And that's so not true. So through positive exposure, we're creating opportunities for the public. Instead of seeing someone that's different and being afraid of that difference and looking away or staring, sometimes even looking away is more painful than staring. What we do is through our photographs and through the visual arts is to create opportunities to steady your gaze, to steady that person's face long enough so they look, they see beauty, it washes over them, it transforms them, and then they stay enlightened. And they say that, and then they become advocates because they see beauty now everywhere. Thank you.
Intelligent.
Goofy.
Energetic.
Funny.
Fun.
Helpful.
Friendly.
Charismatic.
Patient.
Dedicated.
Friendly.